my Spotify, looking at every little detail, every little song I've ever listened to ever. No, probably not, because that's probably kind of embarrassing. Obviously, people listen to a wide range of music, and I like to think I have like a pretty wide range as well. But I'm not gonna be showing you every little song that I've ever listened to ever. Just some artists I listen to, maybe some artists you've never heard of before, and maybe some songs we both have in common. So I thought it'd be kind of a fun idea to do that. Just need to get fingers crossed that this video just doesn't get absolutely annihilated by YouTube. But first, make sure you guys click that little like button on the video. It helps out the video so much, the channel, YouTube's algorithm, all the little fun YouTube stuff. Liking the video is the best possible thing you can do for the channel. Obviously, subscribing to the channel for all of the other randomness that I decided to post on here. And of course, comment down below your favorite song ever, your favorite song right now, an artist I should look into, your favorite song from an artist that I also like, songs we have in common, anything music related. Definitely let me know down in the comments. Here we are on my phone, and we are going to open the Spotify playlist. And again, I've stated this before in the past, mostly on my Monday night live streams, which, by the way, if you don't know, I go live every single Monday night on this channel. I don't really listen to a lot of Spotify. I love music, absolutely love music, but I don't really use Spotify all that much. I kind of use all three platforms kind of a lot, whether it's Spotify, Pandora, even once in a while, Apple Music. I kind of use a wide range. I'll even throw on the radio sometimes if I'm feeling risky. So, yeah. But Spotify is one that obviously I use pretty often when I'm playing video games or just hanging around and needing something to do or something to listen to while I'm cleaning or things like that. So, let's see what we have in here. Okay, opening Spotify. So, as you go into the app, I love how it says, good evening on the app, even though it is definitely 2 o'clock in the morning right now while I'm filming tonight's video, so that's kind of funny. It says good evening. But as we first get into Spotify, it has today's biggest hits. For some reason, I don't know why, it's recommended that I listen to sad songs right now, which I guess if you're on Spotify at 2 o'clock in the morning, you're probably there partying, being very sad, or something else that we can't talk about on here. But let's actually take a little bit of a look through of maybe today's hits that they have going on for their, I don't know, playlist. Of course, they have Rap Caviar, which is something that's always going to be bumping a lot. You have some Lil Uzi for on there. I'll talk about artists I like and whatnot. I'm just going to skim through the sort of front page stuff. Drake, Lil Baby, the Metro Boomin album. Just a lot of stuff that's came out within like the last handful of months. Definitely Ice Spice kind of taking the world by storm. You even have some classic Nicki Minaj in there, which is kind of interesting. You have Get Turnt, which I'm assuming is just the same as the Rap Caviar viral hits. I'm kind of actually interested to see what they have on there. Oh, well, before I get further into this video as well, I do not have paid for, sadly, I do not pay the, whatever it is, like $8, $10, $5, I don't have it. Sorry, again, I love listening to music, but I don't have it, I don't need it that badly. I just listen to an ad every once in a while, and it's totally fine. Of course, you have Boy's a Liar, which is just an absolute banger of a song. That song is not only great on TikTok, but man, it has crack in that song. That song is literally drugs to the ears and the brain. That song is so addicting. That song is, you could be very scary to listen to it on repeat over and over and over and over again. You have Pop Rising, today's top hits, Hot Country, interesting. I don't really mind country all that much. Definitely wouldn't mind it more like during the summertime. I do not touch it at all any other time of the year. But if a country song comes on, I'm not gonna be like instant skip. I'll give it a shot. Viva Latino. We have my mixes as well as something they're recommending me. They have chill mix of songs, which I would say is a good probably selection of music that I would probably like a lot. I don't really like a lot of like upbeat, hype, crazy, boom 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 boom, wild type of music. Even when it comes to rap, rock, a lot of music I don't really like that's super intense. I like a very chill, apparently, and they know that. You even have some moody music, which we definitely all get there at some points, but because feeling sad isn't always like the worst thing, you know. It's good to feel something, I guess. You have Drake mix, of course. That seems pretty reasonable. And then you have a 2010s mix, which again, sort of diving deeper into my music taste. I love classics. Well, I guess 2010s are classics now. Oh god, that's terrifying to think about. But I love the 2010s. Obviously, the time I was like really growing up, you know, middle school, high school era. You know, those are the kind of the songs that sort of shaped my life. You know, obviously it's going to be suggesting that a lot. And then right next to it, you have 2000s music, which again, love me some 2000s music a lot. So the same thing, growing up even as a littler kid. I'm actually gonna interested to see what songs they have in there. I'll take a look at them later. Hip hop, indie, pop punk. I am a pop punk fan. I don't know, that's kind of weird, but I do love me some nice pop punk and a house mix. Don't really ever listen to house music, but maybe it's trying to get me into it. I don't know. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are in fact on my light playlist. Oh goodness. Again, as you can see, I don't really listen to a lot of Spotify. I only have under 500 songs, only about 461, which I'm sure a lot of them are also songs that I either don't remember, accidentally liked, or songs I don't even like anymore. So there's probably people who have, God, thousands and thousands and thousands of liked music on Spotify. I don't have a lot. I also haven't really made any playlists. I know people have playlists for driving, working out, doing this, doing that. What I'll usually do is just listen to like, oh, I don't know if this is bad, I may just listen to like one song on repeat for a while I'm doing something like working out. I'll just repeat a song for a while, then I'll do one other song, repeat it for a while, one other song, repeat it for a while. It's kind of rough that I just like ever just like pick one artist and then just like shuffle through that artist while I'm cleaning or something like that. I do it sometimes, but not very often. Let's see, I think what I'm going to do first is show you guys some songs that I really like, some songs that may not be too surprising, very popular artists, you know, albums, things like that. Then maybe a little bit later I'll dive a little bit deeper into maybe some artists you never heard of, maybe some sounds or music you never really thought you would like or enjoy, and maybe just suggest some to you. And then after that, I might look through some of the other playlists, maybe look through my 2022, 2021, 2020, 2019 playlist. Oh god, that's... oh jeez. Well, I mean, you already saw earlier it had a Drake mix playlist for me because I do listen to a lot of Drake, and his most recent album with 21 Savage has sort of been maybe my main thing I've been listening to. Maybe not as often anymore, but when that album dropped, man, I was definitely listening to it a lot, especially because when it dropped, I was going to Vegas for the first time, and obviously, that album has some pretty good, vibey, confident, very, you know, let's go out and have some fun type of soundtracks on there. So definitely sort of the music, the album of the trip. I was listening to it a lot, and my favorite song from the album was probably Hours in Silence. I love the flow, the beat, the breakdown, just how this music really just pretty much, it just flows very well. That's the only way I can think about it. Even to the end of the song when it slows down a lot and Drake's just kind of going in, you know, Hours in Silence. He's kind of there by himself, kind of resembles the name of the song. I like it a lot. I think 21's singing, if you want to call it that, it's really good. And yeah, the beat is just crazy. And all the beats, the production on this album is pretty top tier in my opinion. Of course, Broke Boys is also kind of like an insane song. I did go to Vegas with my brother, and you know, it was definitely a vibe to listen to that and just listen to this album together with him for like the first time, pretty much. While we were out there was pretty cool. But Her Loss was just a good album during that time period, for sure. Any other things I can think about? So again, I listen to music a lot when I'm like out in public. It can help, you know, fit the scene whenever I'm out and about. And definitely again, when I was in Vegas not that long ago by myself, I was listening to a lot of music while walking around the strip and stuff like that, and the hotels and casinos and everything. And a song that I totally forgot about for some reason recently popped back up on my Spotify, and Small Worlds by none other than one of my favorite artists, Mac Miller. What a good vibe. again the Monday night live streams. But also, of course, I have the Mac Miller shirt. And yeah, Mac Miller was definitely an artist I was listening to way back in the day, back when I was in middle school. This was kind of like the rap music I was most listening to during that time period. Definitely him and Drake were like my first ever like really diving into artists. I mean, obviously, of course, with Drake, back with oh geez, I mean, I basically have Take Care, like the Drake album Take Care, almost the entire album downloaded on my phone from when it first came out on iTunes. Like, I pretty much got all the songs that I really liked on there, and I've had them on here ever since. And I think Take Care is probably still my favorite Drake album of all time. It's definitely one of my top albums of all time. I remember listening to the song, all the songs basically when I was in middle school, getting home from school, from the bus, walking home from school sometimes. You know, some songs in there definitely listen to a lot when thinking about others. Anyways, then you have Mac Miller with Blue Side Park. Was probably, I think, my first album that I really fully listened to entirely of Mac Miller. I think my favorite Mac Miller song, man, I love Senior Skip Day. Again, I listened to that song way before I think I was in high school, and that was always like the picture I had of like, oh, when I'm in high school, I'm gonna be so cool and so chill and blah 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 when I'm a senior, doing all these cool things. Obviously that didn't really happen, but I love that song. Music video is great. It's a good vibey song, a feel good song. I could be in the worst predicament in my entire life, pop on that song, and it'll instantly change my mood. Another one, but very quickly, Chance the Rapper. I do say very quickly because Coloring Book, I think, is my favorite album of all time. I think Coloring Book just, it encapsulates my young adult life so well. I think that album came out when I was in a senior in high school. I went to one of my first ever concerts ever was Chance the Rapper's Coloring Book tour. Going to his concert was just absolutely amazing. The production is crazy, not only in the real concert, but just on the album. It's crazy. I love that album so much. It's an album where maybe for some people you pick and choose what songs you like. Like, of course, there's like No Problem or All We Got. Like, those are like the very like popular songs. But one of my favorite songs of all time, my favorite song on the album, is Summer Friends. Kind of like what I was talking about before with Mac Miller. This song can just literally just, it cancels out everything else in the world. It just makes me feel so good, so happy. It just puts me in just such a vibe, which I'm gonna be saying that a lot in this video if you can't already tell. And yeah, Chance the Rapper is also just one of my favorite artists of all time, even though for a short period of time it was, you know, number one. Now, kind of iffy. I'm sure he's coming out with something new, hopefully, and it's something more of the old Chance, not so much the new Chance. With, by the way, The Big Day, the album, go back and listen to it again. Not as bad as you remember it being. Does have some pretty whack songs that just aren't good, but it does have a lot of good pieces to it, which I feel like a lot of people look over and just meme on it because, you know, the Chance meme is pretty funny. I have some Post Malone on here on my Spotify, which, of course, who isn't gonna have a little bit of Post Malone? But I'm sorry, guys. No need to flex or anything like that. But I was definitely on the Posty bandwagon for a very good amount of time. I remember seeing Post Malone. Geez, I actually don't remember how long ago it was, but I think it was $15-20 to go see Post Malone live. Like, it was just like nothing, and you were like right there from him. Like, it was all general admission. I forget how. Man, I think it was like 15 to 20, $25 maybe to go see him. I actually remember first finding out about him also around my senior year time. Me and my friends, obviously also very much into basketball, the White Hours song, very much heavily referencing basketball, so we listened to the song a lot, and we were kind of memeing on him, which I think a lot of people who first got into Post Malone really were just sort of like, oh, this guy looks kind of goofy. But I really like the song, and obviously with this album, Stoney, oh my goodness, Stoney is also just one of my favorite albums of all time. That album might also maybe have no skips. Favorite song on there, I mean, probably Congratulations. That song is kind of like cheesy and kind of like very mainstream and stuff like that, but like, is such a good song to play when any sort of like good little thing happens or a humongous thing happens. I think I still listen to it from time to time whenever something really cool happens in my life. Big Lie is a good one, obviously White Iverson, of course. Too Young is great. Goldflex is good. I Fall Apart. I mean, like, everyone has listened to that song, and also not. Yeah, Post Malone, absolutely a must listen to for me. So there's a couple of like my favorites. No duh, kind of like, oh, who would have thought type of artist. I think one artist that I've kind of just been getting into a little bit, even though I just sort of stated I don't like a lot of like hard hitting type of music. I like more like chill, relaxing, sort of like just put you in a good mood type of music. But Jaleel, definitely is an artist I've been listening to a little bit more often. He originally sort of blew up on TikTok, starting having a very popular thing that he would do, like just being an absolute monster and backflipping and doing crazy stuff at his shows. But I actually really enjoy some of his music. One that he just recently came out with called Ride the Wave is really good. Like, again, I was listening to this a lot when I was like in Vegas walking around. It's sort of like a good pep to your step type of song, or even working out. You could definitely listen to this song, to this music. Working out for sure, it's definitely more of a boom, 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 active type of sound, which is good sometimes. And again, I keep stating that sort of time period all that often because that was the last time I was like really listening to a lot of music, but also walking around there. New artists have popped up, Claro, and kind of sticking to the same vibe as a Mac Miller, Small World, just music that can really just put you in a nice, calm, relaxed state. So very good zoning out music. I think she's pretty great, very good voice. I don't know if she's like from like a TikTok thing or something like that, but she popped up on my Spotify one day, which thankfully she did, because that she has very good music in my opinion. Definitely go ahead and check hers out. Also, I said earlier, talking about pop punk and stuff, again, I really love 2000s music, which obviously involves a lot of pop punk, a lot of Blink 182, Sum 41, yada yada yada, that sort of like that era of music, and I like it a lot. There's actually a song that also came up during around that same time period called First Rate Town by Good Kid. Never heard of the band before. I should probably look more into the other music that they make. I really liked this song though a lot, so maybe if you also like that sort of vibe, like again like a Sum 41 or whatever, just more of like a pop punk type sort of alternative, definitely something to look at. And also like Neck Deep is also, man, I think if I looked into my 2020 playlist, like my favorites of that year, there's gonna be a lot of Neck Deep. Actually, let's look into that 2000s mix that they put together for me. Let's see. Rise Against, okay, not too bad. Eminem. I think Eminem was probably the first rapper that I ever listened to ever. My friend actually had his full album, Burned. If you know what burning or ripping a CD is, or whatever they used to call it back in the day, he had his entire album burned onto a copy CD, and I would bring it home when I definitely was not supposed to be listening to that type of music at that time period when I was like 7, 6, 8 years old. But he was sort of like the first rapper I really listened to a lot, so definitely pretty good that they put that in here. Jay-Z with Empire State of Mind. Not gonna lie, I don't want to say I really, but I do very much enjoy Leavin' by Jesse McCartney. Now again, I really enjoyed Disney Channel as a kid. I did enjoy the music during that time period. The High School Musicals, Camp Rocks, throwing at Jesse McCartney, whatever. I sort of enjoyed those soundtracks and songs and whatnot, but Jesse McCartney is definitely not a bad one to play. I think this is bringing me back for sure. Coldplay, Kanye West, of course, which, I really enjoy Kanye. Love the music. Gotta, I guess, whatever they call, like, separate the art from the artist, I guess. But, like, I don't know. I still feel kind of weird listening to his music, but he is just so good. He is just an absolute mastermind when it comes to songs, and it does make sense, of course, with, like, Graduation and Dropout and yada yada yada. The list goes on and on and on. I'm trying to think of my favorite Kanye song. Probably Runaway. Probably a lot of people's are Runaway, and favorite album probably Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, I think is what it's called, like the full album. Man, that is just an insane one. For 2010s, I don't think I've ever really even heard of any of these people before. Oh, Dayglow. Oh, if you also love alternative music, Dayglow is amazing. think that is a good, vibey type of music. So if I was stating before, like Claro, that sort of vibe. Very much looking to Dayglow. Love them a lot. Brockhampton. I would say, yeah, probably like back in the day, a handful of years ago, I used to listen to a lot of Brockhampton, not too much anymore. They have Juice WRLD on here, which, of course, we have all listened to a couple of Juice WRLD songs. If you guys really like it, because there's so much stuff I want to talk about, and so many artists that I want to talk about that we haven't even got to yet. I think I just sort of rambled a little bit too much, but hey, if you guys want another part of this, give this video some love, like the video, comment on it, because we still have to look through my top songs of 2022, 2021, 2020, 2019. Oh my goodness, I'm kind of scared to even look what's in there. 2018, 2017. I don't even remember what I was listening to back then. So yeah, if you guys want another part, you guys know what to do. So thank you so much for watching tonight's video. It was very fun to just sort of like dive in and just really get more of a grasp on even the music that I like, because I know people ask me all the time, Jake Baller, who do you like? What music do you like? What blah 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 blah? And I always say I don't know, but I think maybe that sort of like gave a little bit more of a shell of what I like, and obviously there's a lot more on there that I need to show you guys. So yeah, part 2 maybe in the works. We'll have to see. Anyways, I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. I'll see you again in